happy spring equinox. Turn your cameras on so I can see your beautiful faces. That was not the smoothest. Normally I try to pull the music down nice. I'm like, oop, that was not smooth. Happy Sunday. How's everyone doing? High time. Natalie, good to see you. Hello. Eloisa, yes. Good to see you, girl. Sue Ann, of course, Carly, Dana, Gracie, Leah, Truette, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a minute. Patricia, Carly, yes, so good. So welcome to, I decided 2 days ago to do a spring equinox mini ceremony here online with you guys. And here we are. I love that. Sometimes you just have an idea. You're like, let's do it. And then we get to show up and here we are, right? I'm feeling very gentle and easeful. Sometimes you guys are used to me getting on going, yeah. If I were to try to do that right now, that would be really a lot of effort. So I'm going to lean into this juicy, yummy, very soft, gentle aspect of me, which I think is also very beautiful here for the spring equinox too, which is water, which is, I need to pull in some water. I don't know about y'all, but this like horse heat, it's a lot. And I'm naturally a fire myself. So the horse and the fire, my eye, for those of you that have been on this journey with me, my eye has literally burnt and I've gone through a whole process. So I'm calling in water today. And so before we get going, I would love to chime in with you all. Where are you coming from? Actually, let's start with that. Put it in the chat. Where are you coming from? Where are you coming from? Especially those of you that I'm meeting for the first time here. Where are you coming from? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being super regulated, 1 being not so much, where are you at? 1 to 10. Raymond, Maine. Yeah, Studio City. What time? Quebec. Carly, do you speak French? Yeah, moi aussi je parle français. Okay, moi aussi. That's right. 7 out of 10, yes. Okay, 5, 6. Okay, we're kind of in between. A 7, nice time. Okay, beautiful. 6.5, LA. Yeah, Truette, that's right. You're in LA. A 5, beautiful. Yeah, I generally try not to take antibiotics, and I had to for my eye, and that shit kicks your ass. Like energetically too, I can feel the difference. I know right now I need to fertilize myself with some nourishment. I know this, and I'm almost done the round. And so this workshop is perfect for me too, because when the body starts to shut down, that's where we get to pause and go, ooh, okay, let's look at what I'm doing. What have I been doing? And how can I actually serve myself today? Not yesterday, not what worked last week or last year. Today, right now in this moment, as we're on this call, and really being honest with the self, being like, okay, what do I need that would make my body feel so nourished? And that's like the little fertilizers. So we're going to talk about that today. I would love to chime in with y'all, and I'm not Southern, but for some reason I say y'all. It just flies out of my mouth. I've been doing it now for a couple of years. I would love to hear, what does water represent to you? I was going to say, what does spring represent? But I want to know, what is water for you? Like, I'm thirsty just saying water right now. Actually, I'm going to drink my water. What is that? Put it in the chat. What is water to you? What does that represent? Life, flow. Yeah, life force. I think that's it too. The antibiotics kind of wiped my life force. So now I'm like, yeah, malleable, beautiful, water, life, juiciness, flow, aliveness. That feels good. I want some of that. Yeah, absolutely. And so what's cool, the spring equinox is equal day to equal night. So there's this beautiful balance. So if we're too much in our heat, we also need that beautiful water. Or maybe you're vice versa. Maybe you've been really in your water, and that's where you naturally hang out. And then you're like, yeah, give me some heat, So finding that beautiful polarity and that balance. I think balance is such a beautiful word, because otherwise we're jumping into things in a more extreme way. So finding balance is like, oh, when am I tipping this way? Not judging it and being like, okay, let's come back to center, because in center is where we actually feel peace, right? When we're going too much one way, too much the other way, we start to feel thrown off. So today I really want to bring in the frequency of water codes and bringing in the frequency of replenishment and the idea of fertilizing what we need. So I'd love to start with a journal exercise. So if you guys want to grab your pens and papers, and we're just going to do a very simple rose, bud, thorn with yourself. Rose being an MJ, if you're hearing me, if you can write this in the chat. Rose being what is in full freaking bloom. What is just like, you're like, yeah, right now with something that's happening in your life currently. Okay, so that's rose. Bud is you have ideas, there's something you're birthing, there's something in coming up. What is that for you? What is budding currently? That's not in full bloom, but it's in motion. The third one is thorn. So what's that little thorn in your butt? That little thorn in your side. You're like, oh, this thing, this one just won't go. So I'm going to put on some music and I'll let you guys do this for about 5 minutes. So take your time and really think about it. Feel into it. Let me see here. Let me get this going. Can you guys hear the music? Beautiful. Awesome. Give it one more minute. All right. Gently coming back. Oh, how does it feel to sit down and be like, okay, what's here now? Different than what you expected? Yeah, Suanne, tell us what's up. What'd you get? I'm gonna unmute you, girl.
Not, well, I was a little depressed because I saw online and I've been talking to them and I found out they're not who they say they are. So I had to block today
Mm,
to um so this morning. And then I'm thinking, wow. So my rose is authenticity and self-honor and self-love. You got to know yourself and you got to honor yourself. It's like it's like loving talk to myself. So
totally. Thank you, Suanne. I can't hear you too well, but I could feel you really good. So I think I could feel what you were throwing down. You were cutting out a little bit. Was that she cutting out for you, ladies, or was that just me? A little bit, right? Okay. But I
yeah,
heard
oh,
the self
sorry.
love. No, it's okay. Now I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the rose, beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. The self
Self
love.
authenticity. And if you don't go there, if you don't like come in and check it out,
Yeah.
you're living in your head and you're not really where you really believe you are
There we
or
go. I hear
real
you.
where you really are.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Suanne. I love this word. I'm going to pivot slightly for a second, but the word authenticity is, I think, honestly, the most important word right now. And I was having a conversation with someone yesterday, and they're like, embodiment is the ultimate. I'm like, I think authenticity is, because when you're authentic, you're actually honoring whatever you are in that moment. It's not just because some days we can't be embodied every day. Like the pressure for women to be embodied, like there's even a pressure in like, oh, be embodied. And it's like, well, we're trying to be embodied. But sometimes my brain goes, and so when that happens, it's like, how do I like stay in my body when all this is happening? But if you're authentic, that means you can say, hey, I'm working on being in my body right now, and I also want to acknowledge that there's some other stuff happening. Like that's authentic. Otherwise, we're just sitting there like I'm embodied. Well, no, not every single freaking day we can't be. We try, but we want to take away the trying and just allow. That way, we can allow the embodiment in there. This one again, kind of sidetracking, but when you said the word authentic, Sue, I'm like, like that is a world that is authentic. Man, what a beautiful place that would be, you know? And so even if we can try, and we're not always authentic, we can catch ourselves too in moments where you're like, that, that was a little, I was performing that one. Hold on, let me dial this back. Okay, what is the truth here now? And then, come from that lens. Honestly, doing this like one little piece at a time, one little conversation at a time makes a huge, huge difference. Okay, back in. Anyone else feel called to share their rosebud thorn? Anyone feeling called to share? You can write it in the chat as well. Rosebud thorn.
I actually feel like mine is all the same. Um, just because like I recently moved into my home that I just purchased. So it's like I feel like that is my rose. It's also my bud, but it's also my thorn. It's all three. Yeah.
I love that, Carly. It just goes to show us the dynamics of one thing.
Yep.
And how we can hold it. And like, congratulations, because that's such an exciting part of your life.
Yeah.
And it comes with all the things that it's going to come with that you can't ever even expect, like maybe
Yeah.
a clogged sink or like, you know, all these like little things. But the beauty is that the vision you had, it's actually happening now, and it's budding, it's in motion, and it's already here. So that's really cool. Yay, sprinkling you with your new home. Can we sprinkle Carly? Yes. I love it. Okay, so I would love to do, I've never done this before, but we're going to try it today. I like trying new things when I do free stuff. I'm like, yeah, let's try a new type of ceremony. So we're going to do a water ceremony. It's going to be very brief. It's about 5-minute meditation. I'm going to give you a minute. If you don't already have a cup, I invite you to get a cup of water, and cold water if possible. So I'll give you guys a minute here. A cup of cold water. I'm thirsty. I'm going to drink this now and then get more. Cup of cold water. There we are. Amazing. Yeah, beautiful. Gonna give it just a quick minute. Yeah, Natalie, come on in. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take us through just a mini meditation so you can place your water close by. So we'll start by just doing a quick somatic meditation, and then we'll go ahead and we'll grab our water, and then we'll go into a little bit of a ceremony there. So just going ahead, beautiful ladies, and closing your eyes. Just closing the eyes. And allowing yourself to land here in the space now. And just noticing a subtle shift when you allow yourself to come into presence here and now. There you are. And for a moment, before needing to even think about anything, can we just allow ourselves, our presence, our bodies, just to be connected with ourself? Maybe noticing your heart. Maybe feeling into this beautiful beat, this rhythm that is there unconditionally for you. And really just exploring the center of your chest, exploring this part of you. If the mind is busy, just allowing those thoughts to wash away, imagining a beautiful rainfall just washing away the thoughts, bringing you back into your heart. And may you just give her a moment and say hello, thank you, I see you, I love you. Just sitting with her and noticing, what is she like in this moment? Is she open? Is she closed? Is she tight? Does she feel expansive, warm, cold? Just noticing without judging anything. And when we really open up to the love in our hearts, ask her what she needs. What is it that you need? And if you hear a response from the mind, washing away the thoughts, coming back into the heart and asking her again, what is it that you need? How may I provide you the nourishment in this moment, here now? Giving her space to sit with this. There's no rush. There's no rush. And then tuning into the frequency of water. And when you tune into this frequency, how does that show up for you? Is it a texture, a color, a cooling sensation? Just noticing what it physically represents to you visually. And while tapping into this frequency, just noticing, how does it make you feel? How does it make you feel when you allow this beautiful frequency to be present here now? Almost like taking a bucket of water and just pouring it on your head. Or standing in the rain and just allowing all these beautiful rain droplets just coming down onto the skin and appreciating this frequency. Appreciating what it does for you. And in this space, thinking for a moment, what is one seed that we want to plant in this beautiful spring? There's many, but one word is coming without having to think about it, without thinking too hard. It's already here. It's already here. May you sit with this word in your heart for a moment. If you're feeling called even to take a hand, placing it on your heart and just really holding this word that has shown up for you without even having to think about it. And may you allow this frequency to emanate throughout the body. Feeling it spreading to the shoulders, feeling it spreading to our neck, up to the top of the head, all the way down to our feet. And from this space, if you need to open your eyes, you can, but just grabbing the water and placing it in your palms. And for a moment, you can close your eyes again and just feeling the frequency in your palms. A deep reverence and appreciation for this liquid that is here now. A form of nourishment. And just feeling the love in your hands and the connectedness of the water to your heart. And on your own time, you can whisper the word, the seed that wants to be planted into the frequency of the water. And maybe opening the eyes for a second and just visually noticing what the water is doing inside your cup. It's not often we take a moment to actually sit in presence, with intention, with such a beautiful element. Maybe you notice the water moving around. Maybe you're just looking at it in awe. Maybe you've never done this before, just stared at your cup. But bringing that beautiful meaning and intention, this word that is there, swirling around inside the frequency of this liquid. And when you feel ready to nourish yourself with this word, my invitation is to take a sip. Notice what it does for you. Maybe you've never paid attention like this before, but today we are. What does the water do for you as it goes down your throat into your body? What is it doing for your cells? What is it doing for your heart? What is it doing for your throat? And for the next 2 minutes, we're going to just be here, and you can take as many sips as you need. And just spending time with this water. I've done tea ceremonies before, but I've never actually just sat with water. I'm just continuing to take her in. You notice the mind being busy and wanting to go elsewhere. Can we come back into the nourishment that's right in the center of our palms? Be here for 1 more minute. There's nothing else we need to do right now other than to just be present with this beautiful element. And if you are a fire energy, or you feel there's fire in the body, notice what the water does. And then gently coming back, maybe putting your cup down if you feel complete, and just putting the hands on the heart. And for a moment, just feeling how incredible and lucky we are to get to experience all of the elements. Not just respect to water, but respect to the earth, respect to fire, air. We are, and our earth is multi-dimensional. And maybe for a moment just sit in the beauty of what is already here. What was always here. And what will always be here. Beautiful moment of silence. Once again, affirming this word. Maybe you can say it out loud 3 times if that feels good for you, or you can do it in your mind. What is the word that is going to carry you into the springtime here? Sealing that into the center of your heart. Yum. And when you're ready, we'll gently start to come back onto the screen. Whew. So, in the chat, what word came through for everybody? What was the word that didn't come from the mind, but came from your body so fast? If you take more than 3 seconds to have an answer, you're in your mind. but the body already knows everything. It always has. Authenticity. Yeah, Natalie. There's got to be a reason that word just like really landed today. Dream. Yeah, beautiful. Flow, Dana. Love it so much. Courage. Growth. Beautiful, Lisa. Yes. Mine was serenity. I just want serenity. It's hard to find serenity. Like, it actually takes work to give ourselves spaces and time to feel serenity. Authenticity too, yeah, being where I am, making choices authentic to where I want to go, etc. Yes, absolutely. Detox and cleanse. The word cleanse. Yeah. You know, to what you were saying, Chirut, and I've always said this. There's a version in which we were created to follow, like to be. Always, from birth, we've had this version. And now, and I know it's hard, I've been having conversations with people at the park, and I think I triggered a few people in the last couple of days. Because I'm like, yeah, you know, it's time to unsubscribe. They're like, well, you're subscribed because you have a business and you're doing healing and you make money in your business. I'm like, well, yeah, that's true. So there's still that. But what I mean is I want to unsubscribe to how women are supposed to be conditioned. That has nothing to do with the fact that I can make a business and make good money while helping people. So the conversation I was having was very, very interesting. And she brought up some really valid points. And it's just interesting how the world, like, we all have a lens. We all are seeing things so differently and so uniquely. And I truly stand with, you know, the idea that we're here now to maybe unsubscribe is a little aggressive, so we're going with water today. Let's do something a little gentler. But to just come back to what we have always been before all the rules were made, which is hard because that goes back centuries and the rules keep changing. How many freaking rules are there going to be? God, if we believe in God or source divine, there is no rule other than love and be kind. I mean, really, what other rules are there, right? So, me and my tangents today. Rinse our souls. Goes back lifetimes. Yes, Sue-Ann, it goes back. Or cleanse. Yeah, absolutely. So I truly believe that we are here not to do it the way we were told to, but to do it in an authentic way on who we actually are. And that's hard to comprehend sometimes because we've only been told another way. Example, when did we ever get a class when we were a kid on how to handle stress or have a nervous system that can handle the life ahead? Nobody got that. Nobody. Not me. No one on this call. That was not a thing. So now, thankfully, we're in a space where the world has opened up in a way that we might not get it in the platforms or the social construct, like the schooling, the systems, but we can create our own systems. We can teach this. Like, we get to create spaces like this to be like, you know what? What's actually really important isn't the pinnacle of becoming the best doctor in the world or whatever job that we have. It's, do you actually feel good in your human experience while doing it? And I know I've shared stories with some of you before about, like, when I was in the pinnacle of my career, that was not happiness. That was stress. Success, stress. So how do we actually become successful or unbecome what success is told to us to mean and become successful in our own way? To me, that's actually enjoying what we do, living in our purpose, and not having pressure. There's even pressure in being like, I need to figure out what my purpose is. That's fucking a stressful thought. Can you imagine? It's like, oh God, and if I don't, what am I here for though? Like, that's why sometimes I even crunch around some of these types of workshops too, of like, okay, we're going to be embodied now. And it's like, well, hold on a second. We're totally human. So how do we maneuver authenticity, coming back to the word authenticity? Like, how can I be as authentic as possible to myself right now? Because I would like to be embodied, but that's not what's happening. I can tell I'm in my mind. So can I just become aware of that and then come back to myself as quickly as possible? Like that's the yum. I love how this is water and now it's turning into an authenticity workshop. None of this is planned. I love that for us. Does that resonate with y'all? Yeah. Fuck it. Be you. There's no better version of you than yourself. Literally. You know, we look outside and we see how other people are doing it and we replicate or we copy. But really, if you sit with you and you feel into who you are and just how you want to show up, that version is going to be where people lean in and they're like, what is that? Like, because it's real. You can connect to it. You can't connect to performance. It doesn't work. Anyway, okay, coming back in. So, we put our words. What time is it right now? 9:40. I think what I would love to do, let's do a quick break. We'll come back. We're going to do a breath work. The breath work's going to be I like to go in. Is there anyone new to breath work on here that I have not breathed before? Lisa, have you breathed with me? You have? Yes. I think it was a little bit of a while ago, right? Yeah, okay. Good to see you. Welcome back. Natalie, have you breathed before? With me? Okay, awesome. Excited for you. And for anyone who I can't see, Donnelly, Sarah, welcome. I see you guys in here. Welcome. You came perfect timing for some breath work. So let's do a 1 minute, 2 minute break if you need to pee, because there's nothing more annoying than needing to pee with breath work. And we're going to go in for a really beautiful session together. And then at the end, I'm also going to tell you guys about the breathwork cert. So we have a certification course too that's happening this week, starts on Thursday. So for anyone that might feel called to hold space in that way, I'll be going over that at the end. So just so you guys know the flow, okay? All right, see you in 2 minutes. All right, my loves, so we're gonna get into it. If you guys can turn your cameras on, it'll help me attune to you so good for the breath work. If you can't today, that's okay, but it's definitely preferred. So if you can set it up. Hi, Donnelly. Oh my goodness, good to see your face. I love it when a little box, just a name, becomes a face. So yeah, you'll want to find a nice comfortable position. I'm going to talk about breath work for about 5 minutes just to give you guys some details around it for those of you that have not breathed before or have not breathed with me. And then we'll go ahead and lie down. We'll get into a nice comfortable position. And I'm going to take you guys through a nice beautiful spring equinox journey. Okay. So breath work is I'm going to introduce myself too, because there are new people in here and I tend to forget that. So my name is Michelle Argras. For those of you that I've never had a chance or pleasure to meet, it is such an honor to have you here. And gosh, I do all sorts of different types of work, from sound healing, psychic mediumship, breath work. I mean, there's so many different things, but the one thing I love the most is breath work. And it's been such a pleasure and an honor to use this modality. And I've been able to use it literally before my talks. Sometimes I'll go and support other people on stages, and before they go, just regulating the nervous systems of the crowd before even receiving information. Breath work is so useful and helpful in so many directions, so many areas. I've breathed people on what are those called? Not a ship, but those, not a boat. It's in between ship and boat, but on the Nile River, we were going down the Nile River in Egypt. And I had an aha moment where I can't believe I'm doing the thing I love the most. I'm literally on the Nile River right now and getting to breathe people to come back to themselves. Whoa. So yeah, that has been probably, I would say, of all the modalities, the most transformational, and the types of experiences I've had with my clients have been absolutely exceptional. I've seen everything. So when we get into the process today, if your brain goes, oh, what you're doing is weird, let your body do what it wants to do. It's not often we get to have spaces like this where I have no judgment on your experience. I'm here to pillar you, hold you, and allow you to go as deep as you need to today, whether that's tears, screams, whether it's silence. You get to listen to your body and honor the experience that you're going to have. And I promise on my end, I'm here holding you so, so good. And that it's beautiful to have a space where we can do something like that together. So yeah, breathwork has been such a pivotal thing. So now, and that's why I've created a breathwork certification, because I've now serviced probably like tens of thousands of people with breathwork. And I'm like, how can I expand this even more? Because I can only do it so much myself. I can only do so many online things or so many talks. I'm like, how can I teach other women how to hold spaces like this? Because it's changing our planet on a cellular level, period. Like breathwork has been the thing. And I know a bunch of you on here, yeah, Lisa, a bunch of you on here too, I think are doing the SheCode Academy, which is our breathwork cert. So this is the important part. It's like, how can we take this and expand? Because it's not just about us, it's about all of us. It's not just me, it's us, and then it's the collective. Like, how can we continue to expand that? And breathwork has been such an imperative one. So a couple things I'll name with breathwork. So if anyone in here has a history of seizures, a heart condition, or could be pregnant today, I would stick to a super gentle breath the entire playlist, okay? That would just be a nice, and you can stick to that, all right? Alternatively, we're going to do two different types of breath today, okay? One I call the moon breath. So that's going to be in through the nose and then out the mouth like you're blowing through a straw. Like you're kind of circling the circumference of the moon. Okay, and it's going to be conscious and connected. So there's difference. I know a lot of you have done different types of breathing. Some it's like yogi breathing and all sorts of different breath of fires and stuff like that. This is different. This is conscious and connected. So we're going to breathe for about 40 minutes. Well, you're breathing for about 22 minutes plus the meditation. But my invitation for you is to try to keep it conscious, which means when you notice you're kind of getting outside of your body, which is normal, that's a very normal thing to do. I do it a lot. But be like, oh, I'm outside. We can't heal outside of our bodies. We heal inside our bodies. And sometimes it's really hard to spend time in there. So maybe coming from the trauma-informed lens, you're in your body and you're like, oop, that's too much. Okay, hold on, let me take a breather. Okay, ready to go back in again. Like you permission yourself to go at a pace that feels really, really good for your system. And that's going to be different for all of you. None of you are going to see each other. Only I will see you, and I'm really just looking at you from an energetic lens. So if you're doing some like, woo, like I've seen it all, okay? Like please, you're so welcome to do that. So there's that. Also, finding safety with breath work is huge. The first time I did breath, I don't know, I had tetany so bad, which I'll talk to you guys about in a second. And nobody told me what that was. And I thought I was having a bad experience. I was like, oh my God, I'm the one person that's having like a seizure or something weird in this experience. And I'm like, help. And my hands were like this. The issue was I didn't have it was not properly explained. And I think building safety in a space, letting your clients know how far they can go, dialing it back if they need to is so important. And that they're welcome to express themselves. They're welcome to like shake, to yell, to kick if they need to. And that every time you do breath work, it's going to be something so uniquely different. So if you've breathed with me before, let it go. If you had a crazy experience, you're like expecting that again, let it go. Meet yourself today. Where are we landing here now? What do we need here now? And the mind can't think that up. Your body will tell you. Your body will tell you in the experience, okay? The second type of breath, so that's the moon. The second I call the constellation breath. It's many different names for it, but this is what we use in SheCode Academy, okay? So one is one hand on your chest, one hand, I'm wearing a flower dress today for you guys, by the way. I barely wear dresses. I almost feel weird about it, but it's very spring equinox. So one hand on your chest, one on your belly, okay? And it's gonna be all with the mouth. So we're gonna isolate belly, chest, exhale. Okay, it's going to be conscious and connected. My invitation is for you to keep that breath going. You will have physical sensations, I promise, at least half of you, and they're going to feel, actually probably most of you, and they'll feel different. Some of you are going to get something called tetany. Tetany is when the CO2 and oxygen is moving quickly throughout the body, okay? If you feel that, just know you are safe. It is normal. And if you don't love it, there's 2 things you can do. One is just slow the breath down. But my bigger invitation is to actually sound it out. Sometimes there's energy stuck in the body that just needs to be moved. So you can bring it down to if it's uncomfortable, but you could like if maybe that's it, maybe you need a grunt, maybe you're like I don't care, right? Whatever you need. Maybe it's a s or a shh, or you're making noises you've never heard before. If you're making noises you've never heard before, you're in the right place because the mind's not thinking it up, the body is just expressing itself. I'm going to name 2 more things. It takes about 5 to 7 minutes where it feels hard and you're like, oh God, we're going into breath work. I've done this one before. And you're like, like I'm tired today. This is a lot. But once you hit that 7-ish minute mark, you go from conscious into your subconscious. And in there, all of the judgment, all those things start to melt away. And you'll notice a shift where instead of you forcing the breath or like manipulating the breath, which obviously we do in the beginning, the breath starts to guide you. There is this like beautiful shift that starts to happen, and then it gets easier as we keep going. So keep that in mind. The last thing I'm hearing to also say is that emotions last 90 seconds. So if you're feeling fear, it's already on its way out. It can come back, and then you might feel joy, and then you might feel this, that, all these different feelings, but you are not your emotions. They're just fleeting throughout the body, okay? So just send them love while they're there and know that it's just a temporary moment in time, all right? If you're meeting your edge and you're like, this is too much, come back soft, gentle. But if you're not even expanding enough to meet your edge, also, maybe get curious. Oh, maybe I could, oh, wait, oh, I'm still safe. Oh, I'm still good. Wait, wow, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how much I can expand, right? So these are little things. So even this talk, and for those of you that are doing the breath work, I want you guys to like pay attention to some of these pre-talks too, because this is what can help build safety in a space. One, they know, like clients know what to expect, how to breathe, what's normal, what they're allowed to feel and do. Like all of this is so important with any type of space holding, breath work or not. It could be a sound bath, even just explaining. I've had someone in a sound bath just literally doing the bowls. It was a gentleman back when I was doing co-ed, and he had one of the biggest releases I've ever seen, bigger than some of the breathwork ones, and it was just sound. And I remember in the room, like he just started to cry loud, like a big release. And at the end he shared, he goes, I've never felt love like that for myself before. I didn't even know that was possible. And so it was just so you never know when, what, where, what modality, how, but just making sure that you know that you can be surprised sometimes when it comes in and you're like, I wasn't expecting that today. Or maybe you have an expectation and then because you had the expectation of it looking a certain way and it doesn't, you're like, oh, I thought I was going to go further, or like, but no, what's not for you today is going to show up. And we're just here to trust that. All right. You guys ready to rock and roll with some breath work? Anything I forgot? I think I named everything, both breath types. Sometimes I'll ask for a breath hold. Those are super yummy as well. I think that's it. All right. So you guys go ahead and find yourself a comfortable position. Again, if you can turn your camera on, amazing for me. If not, that's okay. But if you have a bad back, you might want to put something under your knees. Sometimes that feels really supportive for your experience as well. Okay. And if you have an eye mask, that's always fun. I love doing breath work with an eye mask. If you don't, that's okay too. And other than that, I will see all of you beautiful souls on the other side. All right. So just taking a moment to allow yourself to land here now. Finding a position that feels so nourishing, so good for the body. And maybe it's a micro movement Maybe we want to open the palms up. Maybe that feels good. Maybe trying something even different. Maybe it's just opening the shoulders so the heart feels open. Maybe it's leaning the chin back just to see what does it feel like if I try this. Just taking a moment here to play around with different micro movements that might bring you into a new space here. There you are. Beautiful. And just allowing yourself to ground into the element of earth, feeling Mother Earth holding you so tenderly during this process. Feeling the frequency of the roots holding you up. Feeling the reverence for the land. And just feeling so thankful in this moment as we begin. And then maybe noticing the element of air, just gently feeling the soft air coming in through the nose. Maybe gently coming out the nose or out the mouth. And may we bring deep reverence, deep respect to this element of air. And then tuning into the element of fire and noticing where that lives in your body. Just feeling where this element of fire lives in your body, your passion, your creation. Noticing the temperature that this fire brings. And then bringing a deep respect to this element that is here now. And then finally, this beautiful element of water. This frequency we have already replenished ourselves through our body. And just feeling what that temperature is like. How does water serve you in this space, in this moment, in this time here now? And may all the elements merge together in one beautiful ball. Maybe noticing this ball just in front of us and seeing how they play together. Water, fire, earth, and air. Beautiful. Allowing them to play together. And then going ahead, we'll take our first breath in through the nose, filling up all the way, and exhaling out the mouth. Beautiful. Inhale in through the nose, exhaling out the mouth. Continuing with a breath that is conscious and connected. Beautiful. I got you. I'm right here. Really good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. There you are. So beautiful. Good. Let her exist the way she wants to. There's no performance. Let that go. You can just breathe. There you are. So good. There she is. Good. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Maybe there's a nice sound that wants to come out. Beautiful. There she is. Finally allowing the body to surrender. Allowing water to be here now. Good. Keeping it conscious and connected. Good. There you are. Beautiful. Taking all the time you need. Elongating the breath even more. Exhaling even more. Beautiful. Can you trust yourself one breath at a time? Just one breath. One at a time. There you go. Exhale. Beautiful. Can you stay present here now? Good. There you are. Can you enjoy your breath? Every new breath. Good. There you are. Imagining your breath as nourishment. Feeling that nourishment coming in through the nostrils. There you are. Exhaling that out. Gorgeous. Taking a nice inhale. Let's hold it at the top. Big sip of air. Big sip, big sip. And holding it when your lungs are expanded, your heart is expanded, your shoulders are expanded. If you want, you can even take your arms and put them kind of by your sides, just expanding them, feeling what it's like to start to emerge. The winter season is over. We are opening up spring. What does that feel like in your body? We're going to let out a big, beautiful sound in 3, 2, 1. Nice exhale. Yeah, there she is. Beautiful. And we're going to kick in with that 3-part breath here, all with the mouth. The belly, chest, exhale. Here we go. Belly, chest, exhale. There you are. Good. Beautiful. There you go. Good. Picking a rhythm and a pace that feels good for you. You don't have to follow me. I'm just guiding. So good. Keeping it conscious and connected. There we are. Good. No judging, just noticing and witnessing what is arising for you. Here's the information. Here's the intelligence. It is here to support you. It is here to give you information. There you go. So good. Keep it going. You got this. I'm right here. Beautiful. Seeing if there's this fire inside of you that wants to pick it up. Remember, if any fear is here, just noticing, allowing, knowing it's on its way out. You got this. So beautiful. Good, Sue-Ann. Good, Dana. Beautiful, Donnelly. Good, ladies. Keep it going. Good. Remember, depth over width. If going faster makes your depth get smaller, expand and slow the breath down. There you go. Good. There There she is. Good. Permissioning her. Full permission to express the way she needs here now. Beautiful. Beautiful. Keep that going. Taking a nice big inhale. Let's hold it at the top. Big inhale, big sip. Sipping in the frequency of joy. Even if pain is here, hold the frequency of joy here at the top. Allow that to marinate in your cells. Relax your shoulders, relax your heart, relax, maybe tipping your chin back, noticing what it feels like to be in surrender in your holds. There you go. So good. Beautiful. Holding a little longer here. Allowing the air to marinate throughout your body. There you go. Joy can be here too. Letting go in 3, 2, 1. Nice exhale. There you go. Beautiful. Round 2 here. We're going to continue with that 3-part breath. Here we go. Belly, chest, exhale. Good. Reminder, you can move if you want, you can tap, you can touch your body as long as you keep breathing, conscious and connected. Just tuning into your body. What does she need in this moment? So good. Beautiful. Letting the mind know that you're going to be right back, that it can take a break, take a rest. So good, yes. Coming back in the body if that feels safe. There you are. Seeing if you can spend a little more time there. Good. Beautiful. Picking it up if that feels good for your system. So good. Beautiful, ladies. Keep that up. Beautiful, Eve. Good, Truette. Beautiful. Seeing if you can try something different. What would be something authentic to you right now? What is a sound you could make? Try it. Just see what happens. What comes out? What wants to release itself? Not that the mind can tell you, just your body. Yeah, there she is. Good, so good. Keep that going. Good, beautiful. Keep it going. There you are. There you go. Maybe it's an expression. Yeah, let it out. Something you thought might have been weird. Just, yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Allowing joy here. What would that feel like, one breath at a time? Even if there's tears of pain, allowing joy throughout the body. Good. Let's go into a nice top hold. Big, beautiful breath. And hold, holding your breath here. Hold this. Opening even more, if you can. There you are, holding your breath. Yeah. On your exhale, I invite us an S when you're ready. In 3, 2, 1, big, beautiful. So good. If you feel like flicking your wrist, if you feel like moving your body around, you can play here. Good. Allow play. We just allow joy. Let's allow some play in this song. There you go. Belly, chest, exhale. There she is. Okay. Yes. Continuing the breath though. Keep that breath conscious and connected. And if you want to dance and move, that's here. Woo. So good. Beautiful. Trust your body. Your body's guiding you right now. There she is. So good. Good. Free her. What does liberation feel like in your body when you bring in play and you bring in joy? Allow that here. Good. That doesn't mean we take away the pain. That can be here too. But just allowing it. Like water pouring down the body. There you go. Beautiful. There you are. Maybe there's anger present. That's okay too. Let that be here now. Beautiful. Yeah. Why? Because we can. Why not? That's the real question. Let's get it. Good. I'm right here. I got you. If you're going through a process, you are so safe. I got you. Good. Trying to stay in the body if you can. Coming back in, back in. Good. Letting the body know it's safe to be in there. Good. Good. Keep that going. Beautiful, ladies. So good. Allowing color here. Any color. It can be black, can be white, can be pink, can be blue. Woo! What color wants to present itself? So good. Good. Beautiful, ladies. Guys, seeing if you can stick to the breath. I know there's a point in time where it might feel hard. Good. Can you trust that the breath will guide you? Maybe this is just a trust piece. Instead of feeling like you need to move it forward, can you actually let the breath unwind your body? There you go. Yes, there you are. Beautiful, Natalie. Good, good, good. And if it feels too activating, remember you can always slow the breath down, make it really juicy, really yummy. There you are. Just follow the flow of your body. Following it just like a river, seeing where it takes you. There you are. So good. A few more breaths here, then we'll go into a top hold. Good. Taking a nice big inhale, sipping in all of your air. And letting freedom out of the mouth here. What would that sound like? Beautiful. And taking one more big, beautiful breath. Let's hold it at the top. Big sip of air. And hold. One more round, ladies. You got this. One round. We're going to go in even deeper if that feels comfortable for you. Yes. Opening even wider. Feeling the unlimited potential in your body here. Yes. Oh, tingles. Let the frequency be here now in your experience. Hell yeah. Letting it go in 3, 2, 1. Nice exhale. Yeah, maybe shaking it out. Woo. There you are. Woo. Beautiful. We're going to go into one more round here. Here we go. Belly, chest, exhale, your own rhythm. My invitation is to try to pick it up on this round. If it doesn't feel good, slow it down. Good. Good. Building trust with your body. Building trust with the feelings and the sensations that are coming up here now. There you are. This is it, ladies. We only have a few more minutes here. Keep it going. What is the expansion you're looking for as you plant the seeds for this new season we are in? There you go. So good. Keep that going. Beautiful. Continue to build that trust. You got this. Good. Beautiful, Sarah. Good, Natalie. Good, Tesh. Beautiful. Good, ladies. Keep it going. Nice, Christine. Keep that going. Acknowledging your experience here. You are allowed to feel the depths that you need. If you want, that's up to you, and you can always dial it back. Good. All right. Woo. There you are. So good, ladies. We're almost there. Keep it going. Conscious and connected. Beautiful. Woo. There you are. Good. Beautiful, Donnelly. Good, Lisa. Yes. Beautiful, ladies. Unlocking freedom codes here. Unlocking freedom in the body. What is the body asking for here now? We have about one more minute. Seeing if you can challenge yourself. Maybe that's speeding the breath up. Beautiful. Maybe it's challenging to actually slow it down. Good. Playing with your air. So good. For the last 30 seconds here, I want you to breathe in a way that feels most supportive for you. So tune in, check in. What do you want? Ask. Good. Good. Beautiful. Can you feel the love here now? Yeah, the love in your heart, the love of the collective, the love of every single woman on this call. So much love in one space. Do you feel that? Yeah, keep going. Beautiful. We're so close, so close. Last push here. Here we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, ladies. About 4 more breaths here. Here we go. 3 more. Beautiful. 2 more. Last one. Big, beautiful hold. Let's hold it at the top. Big sip of air. And then letting out the biggest sigh yet. All of it, all of it, all of it. Keep it going. All the way to the bottom. On your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and hold it at the top. Sipping in all of your air and then hold her there. Hold her. Holding at the top. Hold, hold, hold. Holding her in this moment. Allowing her body to feel, to surrender. Pure liberation, pure expression. In this hold, what is here? What is coming through for you? Knowing you are so safe. You're so safe. Your breath is your medicine. Seeing how great can you expand, maybe opening up the arms if that feels good for you. And feeling the amount of expansion you can create inside your body, around your body. The expansion we create on this planet, in this universe, unlimited, infinite. There you are. There she is. There she is. Her most authentic, the real, the true, the raw. That is her. She is so beautiful. If you feel called, just saying out loud, I am so beautiful. I am so freaking beautiful. I'm so beautiful. And if you don't believe it, say it until you do. I am so beautiful. I see your beauty. I see your beauty. I see your beauty. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. When you feel ready to allow the breath, just like water, flow out of the mouth only on your own time, you'll let her, free her with your exhale.
Let me be like water, fluid and forgiving. Let me be like water.
Allowing yourself to receive her throughout this song.
Let me be like water.
Surrender the receiving, the cleansing.
Let me be like water.
There's nothing you have to do for this song. Just simply be.
Me be like water. Let 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 me be like water.
Maybe it even feels good to sing with the word.
Let me be like water. Let me be like water.
Sending the frequency of water throughout your body, cleansing every cell, leaning into the river, leaning into your tears if they need to be here, and loving every single one. Allowing, surrender, flow, serenity. Self-soothing, what does that feel like? Maybe coming back to a gentle breath in the nose, mouth. May you enjoy yourself in this moment. May you enjoy your body and your spirit. May you enjoy your soul and your essence, who you are, the real you. May you love on her.
I'll give up control again. It's okay not to know again. Feeling in the dark, crawling till I walk. Each time that I fall, divine remembering. Holding on too tight, trying till I might. Tired from the fight, divine surrendering. Divine surrendering. Divine surrendering.
Allowing the entire body to relax.
Divine surrendering. Divine surrendering.
Feeling nurture and nourishment feels like inside your body here now. Coming back to the word that we were planting into the water, may you allow that frequency to move throughout your spirit.
Safe to surrender now. Safe to remember how. Safe to surrender now. Safe to remember how. I release what is not meant for me. I believe what's meant for me will be for me.
Taking some really deep, soft breaths. There you go.
Feeling in the dark, crawling till I walk. Each time that I fall, divine remembering. Holding on too tight, trying till I might. Tired from the fight, divine surrendering. Divine surrendering. Divine surrendering. Divine surrendering. Divine surrendering.
tell her, you're so beautiful.
Oh, take me back home again. Oh, I'm walking alone again.
You're so beautiful. Can you feel that? Can you feel her? Maybe taking a moment here to wrap your arms around you and give yourself the most juiciest, nourishing hug. Just feeling what it's like to really hold yourself. Holding her so deeply. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be, except for here and now. Maybe even rubbing the arms, seeing if that might feel good too. Maybe it's stillness in the hug. Maybe it's a squeeze. Squeezing. I'm right here. I got you. I've been here the whole time, and I'm not going anywhere. I promise. Giving yourself that acknowledgement. Maybe even placing your hands, pushing down on the heart and on the chest. Just firm acknowledgements that I am here now. I love you. I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, beautiful. Allowing any emotion that wants to be here now. She is beautiful. You let her know. You are so beautiful. And in this space of openness, of truth, what is your body saying? What whispers do you hear in this space? Maybe starting to ground these elements, starting with earth, we'll start to ground ourselves, this information, the knowledge, the love into our bodies, into the earth, feeling the support underneath you, feeling the surface holding you throughout your journey, and feeling so thankful. Thank you. In honor of fire, our fiery creativity, in honor of air, our breath, in honor of water, the cleanse, and in honor of earth, we thank you. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. Maybe taking one big, beautiful sip of air and a nice exhale. Just acknowledging what is here. There's no rush. There's no amount of space or time. Unlimited here. Coming coming back to the heart center, coming back to this beautiful element of water, placing this element behind the heart. What would it feel like to place water behind our heart? Allowing this water to make its way up behind our eyes, placing the water behind our eyes. Softness, gentle, kind. Before opening up our eyes, maybe tuning into this frequency of water, of softness. Gently, slowly start to come back. Once the eyes are open, maybe just taking in your surroundings, grounding yourself, feeling the earth underneath you. Maybe wiggling the hands, wiggling your toes. Maybe it's a nice stretch overhead. Just rolling over to one side and just taking a pause there. Beautiful pause. Noticing what it feels like in this new position. Giving yourself a moment of silence. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly come back to the screen. Whoa, ethers. Some of you went to the ethers. I saw it. Welcome back to planet Earth, where we do this thing called being human, whatever that means. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hi, Eve. Good to see your face. Yeah. So I would love to open up this beautiful hug we have right now, right? Doesn't it feel like a big collective hug? It's like no matter where we are in the world, we have Europe in the house, we've got Canada, we've got the US, and just being able to hold this together is just so beautiful. Even though we're so far away, we're so close. It's so loving. So, actually, before we share, I want to do journaling for 1 minute. I want to write down one thing. Let's do it. We're open right now. I think our gates are flooding. The info is here. What version of me is ready to emerge this season? What version of me is ready to emerge this season? What version of me is ready to emerge this season? And what am I willing to water consistently? You can write that down. What am I willing to water consistently? What am I willing to water consistently? We'll be here for 2 minutes. now. So write down that word that came through. Put that on your mirror or somewhere that you in your fridge. What is that one word? All right. In the school platform, I will put some more journal prompts that might be supportive for today's journey. So if you're in your mood after this call and you're like, I want to continue to journal, this is so good, I'll put some in there for you guys. MJ, if you can put the school link, I think most of you are in here, but if you're not, it's free. And we have different little breathworks in there and a nice little community. So if you can put that in the chat there, MJ, so the ladies can take a peek at that. I would love to hear, I want 2 or 3 shares. It can be what just emerged in your writing. It can be throughout the process of the breath work. It could be what water suddenly became for you. Who wrote this? Oh, Carly, rinse our souls. I didn't read that earlier. And when I heard the word rinse, that feels really good to me right now. I'm like, a good rinse. Like such a reply, like that's like almost like a turn on, like just to be rinsed off right now from just everything and just have that purity, oh. So thank you for bringing that word. And I was just looking at it while you guys were breathing. Lady loves, what came through? I'd love to hear your voices. I'd love to hear your voices. Don't be too eager to share. Don't be too eager. You can write it in the chat as well. What is here?
So,
ooh, we got 2 at the same time. Okay, let's go. Let's do Lisa and then Natalie. Yay. Okay, let's go. Lisa.
So it was really fascinating. Life has been evolving for me in a really interesting way, like community-wise, really small. I've been doing a lot of world traveling over the last 5 years, but it's been really shrinking. I had an illness that kept me at home for several years. And so I've been learning how to find my own community here when I was versus finding it in the world. I don't know how to explain that, but last night I went to just a local High School Musical for Mamma Mia, and I decided to dress up and I went ham. I mean, I did it all. And I was up dancing the entire night. And it was the most incredible thing. I had people come up to me. I had people from the stage come up to me and say, you made my day. Being a performer and seeing people standing in the audience and enjoying what we do so much was like the highlight of the entire thing for me. And someone said, every time you stood up, there was a little girl behind you. It was almost like you were giving her permission to stand up and dance and to really, like she was kind of looking everywhere. And so when I was thinking about what Sue-Ann said, the very first comment, which is being authentic, like that's how I'd like to move through the world and to be seen in such an interesting way. I mean, I was like in the stands and I probably had 20 people come up to me. It was so crazy. And Sue-Ann, like her comment just like really, really hit me and stayed with me the entire time that we've been together. So that authenticity it just really came out for me.
May we sprinkle Lisa for a second? So good. Sprinkle Lisa. So beautiful. And I love it too. I love that you're bringing it back to Sue-Ann. That's why I always like challenge you guys or like push you guys to say things because I can bring my medicine, but each of you have a medicine. So, Sue-Ann brings in authenticity. We're all like, oh, we see what we're working with. And then all of a sudden we can actually attune to the space and figure out what is most needed for everybody, right? We can't know until we get there. That's the feminine way. We listen. We're like, what's here now? And so beautiful, Lisa, to see like that play. And it's interesting that play got brought in today too in Joy Codes. Right after you getting to dance your little heart out. That's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, I ended up losing my husband a few years ago.
Mm.
And, I was really, really struggling, losing my soulmate and my best friend I met, and so trying to discover this next version of myself and like this rebirth, because it was death and it was grief and it was really, really hard for me. And like it was kind of unraveling, what version of myself do I want to be and how do I want to show up for myself every day. And last night, I literally just went online and I got this outfit. I had these platform boots and I
Oh
was
my
like
God.
feeling my shit. And it was so cool I mean, I couldn't even go to the toilet with that six people. Like, oh my God, I saw you in the stands. And I was all the way in the back. I don't even know how people saw me, but it was just, I came home and my cup was overflowing. And it was more just me wanting to sing. And my husband, like, for 30 years is like, I don't like dancing. And so dancing was never really part of our life. And so I really wanted dancing and being able to express myself more freely and I just didn't realize it was going to be in such a public place. But I didn't think I would be observed or perceived by so many people. But I came home and I was like high on life last night. It was wild and it was such a beautiful feeling. And my daughter lives in Hawaii and I called her and I shared it with her because she's a performer. And
Mm.
I'm like, you have helped me like rebirth into this different version of me that maybe was like suppressed for so long, as a mom and as a husband and as a corporate, whatever fancy pants, to be
Yeah.
able to show up differently from myself. It was really cool. So, yeah.
Absolutely. That's so good. Thank you so much, Lisa. Yeah, it's fun. It's like even at different like the diversity of our ages and where we come from, it becomes medicine for each other too, right? And
Mhm.
so them seeing you in that but still expressing like almost a child would is medicine for people to watch, see, and experience and witness. So, really, really cool. Thank you for sharing. Natalie, I'm going to go to you, but ladies, I need orange juice really bad right now. So, may I have 30 seconds? I'm going to be right back, okay? 1 second. Let's do this. Okay. I was so excited to do the spring equinox this morning, I forgot to have my breakfast. So I'm going to orange juice it real quick. We have well, I'm going to be probably a little longer than 11 o'clock, just FYI. Mm. Oh my God. Hold on 1 second, Natalie. Whoa. Wow, when you really are deprived from something and then you have it, it feels really, really. Oh my God, maybe it's all this water talk, but oh my God. Please take the floor, Nat. Go for it.
Okay, well, I'm really glad to be here. Sarah invited me. She's on the call today. Um, and it was just like perfect timing, all the things that I need right now, especially with the changing of the seasons, although it's snowing right now. But we just had the ground cleared and now it's snowing. But the breath work was very interesting. I mean, I have done breath work, I've done somatic work. Um, and like the activation, it was like moving through molasses, like trying to move my breath. And I just like did what I needed to do. Like it was all good, but just noticing in myself the resistance to activate, like, and probably a safety thing there. Um, but like, breathing in the stomach, then the chest, it felt like, no, I don't have enough to let go yet. I don't have enough. It was a very, very strong feeling. And I feel like there are a lot of things that need to be let go of right now in my life. And so just kind of mirroring that of like, I can't let it go yet. I don't have enough. Um, and so, yeah, I really appreciated it. I'm sure, if I do it again, it'll be a whole different experience. And also I'm like getting over a cold or like fighting off a cold. So that's probably also some heaviness too. But it's just really nice to be here with you ladies. Um, there's a lot of seeds that have been planted that I'm excited to watch grow. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime, Natalie. Thank you, Sarah, for bringing Natalie. It's so good to have you here. Yeah, the I don't have enough. That's what you said, right? I don't have enough. That's an
Yeah.
interesting one. I think as women too, that like when you said that, that tracked for me just hearing it. Like I don't have enough. I need more. And we're stuck in the loops of like need more. So how do we go get more, 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 more? But like what if? And Sarah and I actually, I think it was one of our calls last week or the week before. The download that came through was try less. And I'm like,
Mm,
if I try less, that I don't know what that means. Like, what does that even mean? That's scary to me. That does not feel safe to try less. But like taking baby
yeah.
sips into trying less, allowing that. But that really landed for me, Natalie. And also, it's beautiful for you to have the awareness too of today, this is what's coming through for me, and honoring what that was versus trying to make it something it wasn't, because that's what's
Yeah.
authentic, is like sitting with what it was.
I'm curious, is there any connection between a preference between breathing out and breathing in? Like, I much prefer to breathe out. Like, is there any meaning to that or not necessarily?
When you're breathing out, you're activating your parasympathetic nervous system, right? So it's very like,
Mm,
when we're breathing in, we're activating. So if you weren't in a place today where you felt like activating, it would make sense that it
yeah.
would feel so juicy to be in the
Yeah.
exhale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
That
Yeah.
tracks. Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're so welcome. Anyone else feeling called to share? Let me check the chat. Lost power. That's
I'll share.
okay. Yeah. Who's here? Where are you? Oh, Donnelly.
Melanie.
Yes.
Yeah, like everybody on the call, I'm sure we're evolving, right? This is profound times that we live in. And I feel the elevation. Last week was a real first for a lot of different things. I'm part of New Earth Civilization, and we had our first live call with 8 of us launching one topic and introducing the platform. And it just seems like, sort of like Lisa shared, the validation for being seen is so big and so bold. It's like the messages just keep flooding in, how supportive that is. I leave the house and I'm just like, oh, surprise me and delight me, talking to the universe to show me validation. And at that point, everything just starts to unfold. I mean, whether it's working out in my favor or not working out in my favor, I went to the ATM and it didn't give me the $500 cash I asked for. So I had to go around park and go into the bank. But I'm walking up to the door and I'm going to hold it for the people that are walking steps behind me. And the man says, "Oh, no, you don't, young lady. You're going first." Like it's just that love and consideration and receptivity from the universe. And this felt like the seeding of it, the planting of it, the integrating of it so deeply in my body and my bones and my heart that it's just that's the shift. And what I wrote down was I am rising. And she's bold and she's grounded and she's embodied. And it's like it's the ownership that's really coming through for me. So thank you. Yeah, good stuff.
Yes, inner authority. Let's go. Let's sprinkle. Also sprinkling Natalie too previously. Sprinkle, sprinkles to both of you. Yes. Um, you guys have some good stuff today. Like I should sit down and let you guys just lead the rest of this workshop. This is so good. And beautiful. And I think, again, it's like we do all these activations and we do the things, but the nourishment of being even just on a call with women and having these conversations is like fertilizer, and planting this new season. Maybe it's being in community with more ladies, or maybe it's whatever that looks like for you. Is there anyone else that, actually, you know what? I have to pivot, because I did say that I was going to talk about the certification. So I'm not going to be long on this because I need to go take a nap. Like, I need a Sunday nap. But I do have 5 spaces left. And this is for anyone who wants to get certified as a somatic breathwork expert. Can I get some sprinkles for those that are already in it right now? Hey, oh wait, oh Lisa and Donnelly, you're coming. Oh Eve, oh wait, no, give me sprinkles if you're in the course already. Let me see. I got Sue Ann, I got Time. Yeah. Carly. Okay, cool. And then Dana as well, but we can't see her on camera. So we have an incredible group of women. It's fairly small. It's going to be up to 20 ladies. I have 5 more spaces and I'm going to cap it. And we have, actually, I'll just take you guys, before I take you guys into it, it's 6 months. It's very in depth. We have anything from the energetics, like learning energetics on a very deep level, space holding, safety, trauma. It's coming all from a trauma informed lens. I'm probably going to be about, just FYI, because I know I'm going overtime, about 10 minutes. If you guys can kick around, awesome. If you can't, that's okay. And so I'm going to take you guys through that. So yeah, essentially 6 months. We meet every single week. There's one mandatory call, which is on Thursdays. We start this coming Thursday. So it's up and coming. If you have been feeling like you want to add a particular modality to your belt, or that you've never done any of this before and you don't know how to space hold and you're like, I wouldn't even know where to start, this is for you. Like, breathwork is one of those modalities that just works every single time. Even if it's a day that it feels hard, even if it's a day, like, there's always awareness. And it's a beautiful modality because your client's going to go through their experience. You get to just hold them. And you get to just wizard the energy and be with them while they go through their experience. And it's so loving. So I'm going to just quickly go through some slides here. And just an FYI before anyone pops off, if this was of interest, if you book a call, we have the same discount now. For the rest, it's 40% off, okay? And it's going to be available till Wednesday. By Wednesday, we're going to cut it because we got to start pairing people up and getting the program ready. So let me just go ahead and show this to you guys. Don't laugh at my desktop. That's how my brain functions. I was thinking a million things all the time. Okay. Oh yeah, I had some journal prompts for you guys. So here, I'm just going to open this up real quick, actually. This will help me go through all the points without forgetting. So what is SheCode Academy? Okay, so it's a 6-month training intensive for women devoted to becoming trauma-informed certified somatic breathwork coaches rooted in nervous system safety and embodied leadership. All right, so why this program is made for women, by women, to serve women. So I had a moment where I'm like, is this going to be co-ed? And then I had one of my clients that came out to one of my full moon ceremonies. He had hit on me and I was like, nope, we're sticking to women. This is just going to be straight up women container. And then from there, I created and birthed the whole thing from a very feminine lens so you can understand your design, your system on a very deep level. So SheCode Academy was created because women experience life differently in a profoundly intelligent way. While most certification programs are built around a linear structure-oriented model of performance and productivity, SheCode Academy recognizes women as cyclical, intuitive, emotional, sensitive, and powerful beings. That word power came through. I heard it from like 2 of you, whose inner landscape shifts and moves like seasons. So there's a million benefits to women of breathwork, which I'm not going to get into right now. You can go on the website. I have a whole landing page. I think MJ might have already put that in the chat. So that's something to definitely go and check out. But just to name a few, supports hormonal balance, regulates the nervous system, obviously, unlocks feminine embodied intelligence. That's like the information that we all just were sharing with each other, right? We walk on the call and we're like, okay, we're going to do spring equinox, and it's a very thought out thing. This is a feeling. This is like intelligence that the body has that the mind cannot think up. The mind gets in the way. The body knows. The body's got the score. Is that book? The body has a score? Yeah. So who is this for? And I always say, if you have a vagina and you have a set of lungs, this is for you. It doesn't matter what age, it doesn't matter where you come from. This is the perfect, beautiful modality for you to step into leadership, step into power, and help women in a way that they get to heal themselves. You're there as the strongest pillar to hold, and there are ways to facilitate to make it very potent. Y'all have been in a space where you're like, oh, that one, like I did breath work twice, but for some reason this one like really worked. And like that one, I don't know, something was off. Like there's so many fun, like interesting little things to note when holding space to create spaces that feel very nourishing. So whether you're healer, coach, therapist, a new emerging facilitator, a CEO, and you want to have regulated staff, like this is for literally everybody. What the ladies are saying. So some beautiful testimonials. I don't have to read them now. You guys got to have an experience just now of like what breathwork can do. But I have like millions of these, and it's not about the testimonial. However, the testimonials are nice because it's like creating a digestible words to see what someone is experiencing, and then it helps you see what your work is doing. And that's also important because sometimes you do work and people don't necessarily say thank you. They come and they go and they leave, but getting a testimonial is actually a really beautiful thing to have. And if you are a business owner already, these are huge. So in SheCode, I'm going to be on my students' butts to get testimonials right away, so you walk away with testimonials ready to rock and roll, with your business ready to go. There's also, for the sake of time, I won't show this one now, but this beautiful client of mine had a really severe autoimmune condition, and literally nothing was fixing it. And as soon as she started using breath work, her body started to heal in like the most magnificent ways. It's on my landing page. Definitely check this video. It's just incredible what breath work can do. So I won't go through all these, but it's not just a breathwork cert. Like we are diving into the woman's body design. So we have, look, there's the liberated feminine shadow work, shaman conditioning. Huge. You want to hold women in a deep way, in a potent way. That is something that is one of the biggest reasons why women either feel like they're too much or not enough, right? There's the inner council, so parts work we're going to get into, tapping into your inner psychic abilities, which is more so your intuition and like learning to attune to spaces, the energetics, breath work itself, transference, counter transference, what you don't want to do with your clients, what you do want to do, right? If you haven't already too and you're on this call, we had a free Wealthy Woman Day series, and I think that gives you a good little taste test on what little things that we cover, and the way in which the entire program will be ran if you wanted to like dive into that a little bit more. But like feminine tone, learning how to do physical touch, like when to touch, when not to touch, how do we know, right? Little cues. Learning how to have a pre-talk, how to explain things. Like I said, when I did my breath work, the person never explained to me that what tetany was. So when my hands were stuck, I thought I was having a bad experience. But had he told me that it's normal, I would have been like, oh, okay. So then how do I get out of it though? Like little things like that build so much safety for the space. And then of course we have phase 3. So this is what was missing from my breathwork cert that I wish I had. And coming from someone who's ran like so many different businesses since I came out of my mom's womb. Like I came out of my mom's room creating businesses. I don't know why, what, where, but it's just something that's in my body. And so I'm going to be teaching that. This is huge, especially for healers and feelers. A lot of us are really good at the modality, and then we crunch up and we have no idea how to sell. We have no idea how to give our prices. It's like $6,000. Sorry, how much? And you know what I mean? Like, no, like own your shit. Own your shit. What is your prices? What feels good for your body? And if you can't own your shit, then you need to revise what you are creating and make sure that you are so confident in it that you like can't wait to let it spew out of your mouth how much it costs, right? So things like that, also landing pages and like having your testimonials ready and just giving you a nice groundwork on how to move forward after the school so that you feel really resourced. You're not only so good at what you do, you understand your body in the deepest way, you also have a tangible, a workable system to start selling with. So what's included in the certification? There's 25 modules, so it's 6 months. There's resonance calls every single week. Those are mandatory. They're on Thursdays from 9:30 to 11:30, I think, right? Carly, is that it? Sue-Ann? It's 9:30 or 9? I forget now. Oh, shit. I know. Anyway, it's either 9 or 9:30. And we also have nest calls. So I have a private mentor as well. Those are actually, for those of you that are in SheCode, we've nailed that time. You guys are going to get an email tomorrow with like all the details. But on the Monday will be our nest calls. If for some reason they're not mandatory, if you can't make them, then you can watch the replays back. And then we have activations. So every week you have activations in the Play portal. There's practicum hours that you have to fulfill in order to get certified as well. So it's super hands-on. This is not a weekend course. Please don't do a breathwork weekend course and think that with integrity you can hold people in trauma. I work in trauma and addiction centers. I know how sensitive and careful you have to be when it comes to this type of work. And this is something that you need space and time to really develop so that you can do the work with integrity. And that's why I made this over a course of 6 months. So we have the space to do that. What do you walk away with? Tons of stuff. This is all on the website, so I'll let you guys go on there and have a peek. Not a weekend course. So what can you do with the certification? Honestly, everything and anything, and you can use it anywhere, anytime, including for yourself as soon as you wake up. If you've got kids, you can show them how to regulate their nervous systems. If you've got parents, you can show them how to regulate your nervous system. If you've got a loved one, your partner, whether guy, girl, whoever, and you guys are triggering each other, like this is helpful, like just in real time life. Never mind, you could make anything with it. And just as an example, like I've done retreats, I've done full moon ceremonies, I've talked on stages, and before I speak, I do the regulation first so that people can actually hear what I'm about to say. Because people show up and they're like excited and nervous and like where's everyone doing? It's like, okay, can we land and then speak? That way the authenticity piece can come out and you can listen too from a place that's landed, grounded, present, and authentic too. Corporate wellness, huge. By the way, corporate wellness right now, I forget the numbers. I should have written them down. It's going up so much. People are spending money. Like companies are looking for wellness people right now to literally pay to help in so many different businesses. Like it's huge. So you can make a lot of money as well. Using modalities like this, and one that works every single time. And breathwork's not woo. You know, sometimes like people are like, oh, I don't know. Some corporate companies are like, I'm not really sure what that is. Breathwork's science. So if you have to go the science route and explain it to them, you can, right? Schools, if you want to take it to the teens, like can someone in here, that was something I was thinking of, but I can't do everything. That's why I want to train you guys, because I want us to get out there and start really sharing with as many people as possible. And y'all are so unique, so different. So the way you're going to share is not going to be like me. I honor my design. You're going to honor your design, and you're going to support the person and the people and the system and the collective that needs you. So I'm curious to know what that's going to be. It's so cool. Like, I can't wait till 6 months from now when y'all are holding spaces in the most interesting, different, unique ways. And we're like, holy shit, I can't believe what we're doing right now. Like, that to me feels like so much love. Anyways, I've done tons of stuff. Plant medicine journeys. I mean, all of it, okay? You can choose. My favorite currency, the love notes. You'll get lots of these coming from your clients. Not that we need them, but they feel really good when we get them. And it just, you know, you pour so much love and time into everyone. And so when you receive a little message of like, wow, I got to experience, like, honestly, for me, that's the best currency in the world. So we have, like I said, 40% off. The code is SHE40. So you might want to write that down, SHE40. It's valid until Tuesday at 9. That way I can have Wednesday to gather everything together and pair everyone up. I already paired everyone, but if we have any other additionals, like I said, I have 5 spaces. I would love to get you guys onboarded and make sure you have all the deets that you need. And then we have payment plans. So a big one for people is like, oh, the payment. Well, we have lots of different options for you. So if you book a call, we can talk about it together on the call, okay? 6 spots left. And then the last thing I wanted to mention too is the Joshua Tree Retreat. I'm going to take myself off share now. So the last thing is Joshua Tree Retreat. So that I have coming up the 10th to the 12th. That is a plant medicine ceremony with psilocybin. I have 2 more spaces. Actually, I think one just opened up. So I think we have 2 more spaces. It says 1 on there. And it's a total of 6 ladies. We have 4 right now. 1 of you are on the call. I'm excited to have you in there. And that will be a 3-day deep dive with plant medicine, and that's going to be super beautiful. So if you book a call and you're interested in either the breathwork cert or if it's in the plant medicine, just book a call either way. Lisa, I have a huge ping for you, girlfriend. I don't know why. I'm just like, I already seen you doing it with us. I'm not to put that out there, but I'm like, I had that from the second you got on the call today. So I'm like not surprised you're sitting here right now. Um, what else can I say about this? Yeah, I have this. Yeah. Anyway, what else can I say? Who's doing it? Dana, you just jumped in. Tell us what was your like, fuck it, I'm doing this shit. Let's go. Wait, I'm gonna unmute you. Hold on. Unmute. Can you see that? Unmute. You look beautiful, by the way. Not working? No. Wait. We gotta figure this out. Oh, there we go. Hey. Yeah.
Yay!
Hi.
Oh, I'm so glad to be in it. I'm just really excited. I'm so thinking about earlier the equinox and what I'm planting. It's like new. I'm not gonna keep doing what I'm doing in any shape or form. And so this is like very transformative for me.
Yeah.
And I'm just really excited. I'm just so excited because I know when I do it, I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
And today I was really working through my rage there, even though I lost power. I thought maybe it was just the power of my rage shut down the electricity.
You're too powerful, Dana. You're too
And then
powerful.
Took me a year to get back on. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm very excited. Thank you.
Amazing. Yeah, excited to have you as well. So excited to have you. Yay. Yay. And Time and Carly and Sue Ann. So yeah, just a really beautiful, loving community. I know Elise, or I keep wanting to say Elise, Alice, may be joining us as well. But yeah, this is like, in life we pick containers to be in. And it can really change the trajectory of what you do. So it's like when you envision the next 6 months, who do you want to be around? What do you want to be doing? Right? And so what's really cool for a lot of us that are on the call right now is we've committed to each other. We all said yes. I said yes by providing my time, energy, my learnings, whatever I have to give to you. And you also said yes by being like, I'm open, I'm ready to receive, and I'm ready to step into a part of me that I might have never done before. And though it might be scary, we're doing it together, right? Getting out there, we're talking about being seen in a new way. Like we get to do this together. So when it feels scary, we can talk to each other like, oh, I just put my Instagram post out. But leave it, and we can go through the nervous system Instagram post together. So yeah, it's really one, you're gonna just become an incredible facilitator, first of all. Secondly, you'll understand your system in such a deep way. You get sisterhood. I know we say sisterhood, it sounds kind of woo, but like you get community in the deepest way. That's like honestly probably like the best part of all of it. And then because I do have the business background, I will be sharing my tips and tricks for that so that you guys can hit the ground running when you finish. Because I know that that's a really edgy part for a lot of healers and feelers too. So any questions from anybody? MJ, is there anything in the chat? Let me check the chat. I think it's 9:30. Oh, that's what Sue Ann said. Yeah, 9:30 to 11:30. Any questions from anyone? I know most of you are doing it. So Lisa, you got any questions for me? What are your questions, girl? Are you going to join us, Lisa? Look at me putting Lisa on the spot. Come play. I'm going to mute you. Whoops. We lost Lisa.
No, we're here. I just had to figure out how to set the.
Yeah.
I just had to unmute myself.
Yeah.
I actually retired.
Perfect.
And so I don't know. I did a full moon ceremony with you, with my daughter and a couple of her roommates a few years back in Studio City, and that's where we first initially met. It was a full moon ceremony, and it was plant medicine ceremony too that we did.
I love that.
So yeah, and I've been watching you from behind the scenes for a while now, and like this just popped up and I'm like, oh, it was meant to be, so definitely, I just wanted to see today and what it was like, and like reconnect with you and the community and kind of get a sense for it. So,
Yeah.
it's definitely something for me to think about for sure.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And MJ put it there. If you even want, Lisa, we could jump on a call too together and like chit chat about it in
Okay.
full detail. Yeah. Yay. All right, ladies, I went over by 20 minutes because I never, ever am on time. I start on time, but then I go because it's so yummy. But yeah, check that out, ladies. I can't wait. Those of you that I'm going to see, literally, I'm going to send you guys all the deets on Monday. MJ and I are just fine tuning the onboarding, but you're going to want like 2 hours this week before the call to go over some stuff before we kick off. So just allocate a little bit of time. I love you. Thank you. You guys are the best. And I can't wait to spend more juicy time on a regular basis. It's going to be so good. It's going to be haze time. Sprinkles, sprinkles, sprinkles. I love it so much. Happy spring equinox. I hope you have a beautiful Sunday. And I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you for being here, okay? Mwah. Okay. Bye, ladies.